Hi, everybody. Welcome to Friday morning meditation, or whatever day you meditate, because really it's available to you whenever. But today, the meditation is always listed as prosperity and abundance. And for those that have joined in regularly, you know that I kind of separate the two, but there might be some new people listening. So I look at prosperity as the material. So a lot of people are in need of money right now. So prosperity, anything that to do with money, possessions, items, tangible things, right? And I look at abundance as being everything else. And I think in this time, we really need both right now. I mean, we always need both, right? You need the material to manage and move through the material world, but you also need the abundance of peace of mind, abundance of good health right now, big one. Abundance of positivity, abundance of love, connection, relationships, all of those things, right? And with that being said, today I've thought that we could focus on the prosperity and also on one or two different things for abundance, right? Because we're in a time of a very interesting time. Let's just call it that, right? But it's a time of change. And I think that getting us used to the fact that change doesn't have to be bad, right? Change can be good. But every time you turn on the news or you read, if you're scrolling on your Facebook or different things or you're looking and you get the news, everything is about the coronavirus. And very well, I get it, because that is the big thing that's going on. But in that, there's a lot of fear that gets implanted. There's a lot of stress and anxiety when people are reading these articles and they're seeing, and there's a lot of scaredness going on, right? People are fearful. People are fearful that for the lives of their loved ones. People are fearful of just even walking down the street. I see that there's this interesting dynamic going on even when I walk the dogs. Like people like move out, or don't want you to even walk past them, even if you're having a mask on, because there's this embedded aspect going on that is like everything's dangerous. And I get it, we need to protect ourselves. However, we also need to, the biggest way to protect yourself is to have a positive state of mind, to release stress and fear from your life, to look at this time as a reboot, as a reset, as a recharge for you. And if you can start to shift your mind and your perspectives, and that's what this meditation is all about. It's getting into your unconscious mind, shifting those perspectives, allowing for you to, have a more positive space and state, and so much more, right? It's your mind over matter is so powerful. And in this state and in this current condition of the world, what is happening that I see happening to the people that I love, friends, family, and even society, is they're giving away their own individual power. And you might have felt that at certain times where you feel like you've given away your power and you succumbed to the fear, or you felt that you weren't powerful, you were at the whim of everything that's going on. And I get it. There's aspects that are going on that are outside of your control. However, you are always in control of how you deal with things. And if we turn the perspective to opportunity, right? Opportunity that is out there, opportunity for you to take this time to learn something new, to spend time doing the things that you love, or even just the time to get to know yourself better. I think that that's like the biggest thing that people can take away from this, is that, they say that it's 21 days to break a habit and another 21 days to install a new, right? And so we are going to be sitting in quarantine now for probably at least 40 days, right, from the past, and then moving forward. So we're breaking all of our old patterns, but are we doing it in a way that is serving us? Are we instilling new habits and behaviors and ways of thinking about ourselves, about the environment, about our world that are supporting us and establishing these new neural pathways that will lead us to success in the future? Or are we succumbing to negativity that is causing us to kind of give away that power and not be powerful for our future, not be in control of our future, right? And so I think today, if we really kind of focus and say, we're going to look at how your mind can start looking at everything in a different light, right? And what I mean by that is first having the balance and the peace of mind, but then saying, okay, for the small little things, how do we shift our focus? How do we see the opportunity, the good, the gratitude? A couple meditations ago, we focused a lot on gratitude and see the things that you do have instead of the things that you don't have in your life. It's a changing time, but change, we're people that constantly are innovating, right? Society is constantly changing. It's just forced to change on a bigger level. And when we can let go of the attachment to what we have in the past, if we can let go of how we're attached to our old way of life, we could actually find that the new way of life can be beautiful. And I don't mean just in quarantine. I mean, even after this is said and done, I think that there's going to be many things that change in society in the way that we do and operate and interact with people. But we as a collective get to create what that looks like. And we as a collective get to engineer a new reality. And that's pretty exciting when you think about it. Like, there is a new reality that is in the brink of its like incubation period, right? That life can be different, right? Life can be maybe a little bit more conscientious, maybe a little bit more environmentally friendly, maybe a little bit more health focused, maybe a little bit more relationship, maybe a little bit slower down and not as much in the rat race, right? So there's a lot of things that as people collectively and globally kind of sit in this and reboot their reality, we get to, on the outfronts of this, and when we are done with all of this, we get to create something completely new. And I think that if we can take that for your own individual life and say, what can I create different for me? How do I want to show up? How do I want my reality to look? How do I want the way that I interact with people to be? How do I want to take care of my health and my well-being? If we can allow ourselves to say, okay, I'm going to start to do some small things each and every day to start to hijack my mind and my life to be what you want it to be, right? It's almost like there's a pause button going on and stillness. And in that pause, we say, all right, what do I want? How do I want my routine to be, my morning, my life, my interaction? And I say that right now, it's a good time to start those routines, to start to change those behaviors, to do so on even just a subtle level. And you can do one this week, you can do one next week, and then the more that you add these different changes from your mindset to the rituals, to the time that you wake up, to your morning routine, to how you allow yourself and train your mind to start to see things in positivity, you know, because I think that there's so much positive going on. There's a lot of negative. I get it. I'm not dismissing that. But there is just as much positive. Like, for example, Los Angeles, I don't know where people are tuning in, but we have the cleanest air in for a city in the world right now. And that's pretty cool. And the stillness, I mean, of just going on longer walks or going and reading a book or doing other things are like a beautiful reset. And when you have time right now, and each and every day is it's a day of your life. And instead of wishing and can't waiting for this to all be over, how do you embrace the now? Because there's going to be a time when you look back at this as a time when it was a nice pause, a nice time to reset, a time to reflect, a time to look within, a time to recreate. And I want to give you that today, is this motivation and empowerment to create, a motivation and empowerment to see the opportunities. And in that, to also, the beautiful thing about what's going on is it's forcing us to have some level of trust. In a world of uncertainty, we have to trust that things are going to happen, that we're going to be provided for, that many people have lost their jobs. I was seeing that over 20 million people had filed for unemployment. With that being said, you know how many people were already unemployed, how many people are at the brink of unemployment, right? But it's trusting that you're going to be okay. There's a lot of beautiful things happening, like people providing food for those that need, people providing resources, grants, opportunities, so that people can keep on making sure that they're physically taken care of. And in that, it's almost like this gift of surrender. And surrendering that, okay, my needs are going to be met, okay? Now, if my needs are met, what's the next level in the hierarchy of needs, right? You know, if your foundation, it's chunking it up a little bit. It's going to the next level and saying, okay, well, if I can trust that I'm going to be okay, then what is the next thing that I want to focus my attention on? What is the next objective that I want to look at? And so in that, I challenge each and every person to say, what is the reality that you want to create for yourself? Don't look at the reality necessarily of society, but for your own life. Do you want it filled with happiness and joy? Do you want to start taking better care of yourself physically? Do you want to allow yourself to have deeper, meaningful relationships? Do you want to embark more on your creative side? Do you want to start to create, make, or bring things into existence? This is the time. You know, are there new things that you want to study and learn, right? And so if we look at all of that, there's a gift here. There's a gift for you. There's a gift for me. There's a gift for the whole world. And the more that we focus on the gift, we also change our energetic state, right? And if we change our energetic state and we're more positive, more happy, more joyful, guess what? Science for years have been proving that people that are less stressed, that are more happy and optimistic, get sick less, right? Are healthier in general. And so if you're worried about getting sick, one of the best ways to combat that is to find your own joy. And even if you see or feel or understand that other people are suffering or going through things, you suffering because of them suffering isn't helping their suffering, right? So if you're talking to somebody or somebody's fearful or somebody did lose somebody they love, by you being, you know, in a downward state because of it, to vibrate at that energy isn't making their sadness any better, right? And it doesn't mean that you're not there for somebody, that you don't console with people, but in the same sense, we don't collectively need to be in a state of more negative sadness, depression, fear, anxiety. We can be in joy, happiness, expansion, right? And your happiness can then spread to others. And in turn, you finding that joy, laughing more, having more fun is actually good for you, but it's also good for anybody that you do interact with, okay? So I want to bring joy into your life. I want to bring creativity into your life, and I want you to bring in trust, okay? So with that being said, let's meditate. Let's find those aspects, and then let's get creative with how we are creating our reality in this pause time, right? Okay, so I want everybody to lay down. If you sit up and you like to meditate sitting up, that's perfectly fine. Just know that this is all about reprogramming your mind and going into a little bit deeper state than regular meditation and doing some guided hypnosis work with you. So if you feel that you're going to be more comfortable and let go easier, lay down, right? But there is no right or wrong. It's what you're most comfortable with. So if you're sitting up though, there are a couple things, right? So if you're sitting up, I want your spine straight so the energy flows through. In order to do so and be a little bit more comfortable, you can put your palms up and put your hands right against your hips, and it kind of props you up a little bit. If you're laying down, same thing, palms up. There's this beautiful thing, and this is your ability to receive open, receptive palms instead of crossing over you or having them down. Just makes you a little bit more receptive, okay? So lay down, get comfortable, palms up either way, and close your eyes as you do, okay? So we're gonna go into a space of inner peace, and we're gonna find that peace that's inside of us. And so with your eyes closed, I want you to just for a moment, just pay attention to your body. This body that is here to serve you, this body that is a miraculous machine that knows how to heal itself, this body that's a miraculous vehicle for you to experience this gift called life. And as you allow yourself to pay attention to yourself, I want you to notice, see, we don't really spend that much time feeling ourselves. We spend a lot of time thinking. We spend a lot of time wrapped in our thoughts, different ideas, but for the most part, our awareness stays up here in the top of our head. And I want you to bring your awareness down to the other aspects of you, for you to feel even the soles of your feet. Can you allow yourself to pay attention to your feet for a second? Your left foot, your right foot, the arches, the toes. Just notice these feet. And I like to say that they face forward for a reason. They're facing forward, leading you, reminding you constantly that no matter what, and no matter even if you feel at times that you're revisiting elements of your past, they're always walking forward, and it's always something new. And when you allow yourself to embrace that movement, that forward motion that is always a part of you, no matter where you're at, it's always a new day. It's always a new experience, even if it feels very similar to an old one that you've went through before. It's different because you're different. In fact, every single 7 years, every single cell of your body is different. You're constantly rejuvenating, replenishing. You're constantly allowing yourself to develop mentally, emotionally, physically. And as you allow your awareness to not only go from your feet, go into your ankles. Feel your ankles. Feel your legs, your knees, your hips. Pay attention to each and every aspect of you. Do you notice? Do your feet feel sore? Do your legs feel relaxed? Can you feel the comfort and the way that you just rest? And your hips. And as you allow yourself to take that awareness through the center part of your body where all of your organs are working for you, to digest your food, to regenerate, to remove toxins from your body, to fill your body with beautiful oxygen-rich blood, for your heart to continue to pump unconsciously, automatically, without second thought. And these lungs, your lungs, as we pay even more attention to your lungs now than ever before. And allowing yourself to feel when you breathe in very deeply. Feel that when you breathe in, you're breathing in relaxation. You're breathing in life. And your breath is both unconscious and conscious. You have the power to control it, and you have the power for it just to work automatically for you. But no matter what, your body is going to take another breath, another way, another time. And it's going to trust that there's always more air waiting for it when it exhales out. And then you breathe in again. And when you allow yourself to control your breath, you can even give it intention. And I want you to pay attention to, as you focus on your breath for a moment, and you focus on the ability for your breath, and you give it the intention that it's going to relax you, that it's going to wash over you the state of calmness and inner peace. Just think that thought and breathe and feel what your body and your mind receives. Can you notice the power of your focus? The power of thought to bring upon more peace inside of you. That's the power your thoughts have over everything in your life. This is just a little reminder of the control you have over you. Breathe in again. Do you realize how powerful you are? You're able to bring upon peace in your body just like this and like that with a simple breath, bringing a wave of calmness over you with the intention that your mind has. And the ability to know that you're in control here. That with a little focus, with a little intention, you can shift your state. You can allow the thoughts that you have been thinking to slowly fade away. You can even acknowledge them and then say, you know what, right now this is about me tapping in, feeling my body drifting and dreaming away. And say, you can come back, thought, another time, another way. After this is over or a different day. But you can access those thoughts again. But right now, let's access the feeling of peace, of calmness, of serenity, of this ability to know that you are in control, showing you that as you focus on your breath, you give a little intention, and it carries you into this relaxing state. And take yourself down even deeper. As you feel this wave after wave of relaxation flowing through you. Intention, thought, focus. And everything can shift. And reminding your mind of that for when you're done with this meditation at any time, you are given that power. You are given that gift. To center, to focus, to allow yourself to gain back control. How incredible. Yeah, you have that. And so breathe in a little bit more and feel this relaxation flowing through you. I want to bring in another element of allowing you to instill colors to flow through you. You can visualize or imagine, picture or pretend that hovering right above your head, 6 inches above your head, is this ability to connect to your higher soul. It is your higher soul right up there. You can imagine just this brilliant light. You can give it color if you'd like. What do you want to wash over you today? Is it love? Is it abundance? Is it prosperity? Is it confidence? Is it peace? And with your ability to know that different colors can play different energies, even the colors you imagine inside of your mind. Like right now, if you allow yourself to see that light above your head, flowing down through your whole body, just washing over you. You can imagine it beautifully bright white. And you might feel calmness and peace. Now I invite you to turn that color a little bit to, let's say, pink, love. And allow yourself to be washed over with unconditional love. Can you feel it? Feel that love that flows through you. Maybe reminding you of memories of times when you just felt so much love for a person, for an animal, for a situation, for yourself. And as you feel that love flow through you, over you, washing over you, feel that? That's right. And allowing yourself to know that as you feel that love, you can turn it another color. You can allow it to be gold and bringing you prosperity. Gold and that conductor of electricity, that conductor of abundance. Feel that flow through you, through every cell of your being, from the top of your head to the tip of your toe. And you can play with other colors too, like blue, calming energy that just puts you into the state of peace. Try out different colors. Orange and filling you with joy. Allow yourself to feel these. Go ahead and change to whatever color you like. Notice the subtle differences in the vibrations, in the feelings, and you're just using the power of your imagination and the ability to control your mind. And as you realize the power that you have, you might start to feel yourself getting more and more relaxed, drifting and dreaming away and letting go. Because you're here today, you tuned in today to allow yourself to access that deep unknown. That part of you that controls the automatic responses, the repetitive thoughts inside of your mind. And today you can allow yourself to get out of your own way and drift and dream and let go. And discover the ability to change your state from the inside. So let go. Allow your mind to relax your body and your body to relax your mind. Imagine just how relaxed you can get as you start to drift, as you start to dream, as you allow this inner peace to carry you down deeper and deeper. Let go. And as I count down from 5 all the way down to 0, each and every number, you can go a little bit deeper. Each and every number, you can allow yourself to imagine, could you go 27 times deeper? Could you fade away completely? It's okay if at times you lose track of what I say because you're trusting that your unconscious mind is going to pick it up anyways. To shift, to alter. So allow yourself to let go. To feel the moment right now of inner peace. This moment right now, the only place for you to be. And as you allow yourself to remember that here and now as a special space, as you allow your mind to take you on a journey somewhere else entirely. Now that journey can be imagined or real experience. It doesn't really matter. But allowing yourself to get creative with your thoughts as you escape down deep within yourself. And I'm going to count down from 5 all the way down to 0. You find how much you fade away. Can you feel yourself melting into the surface beneath you? Realizing that you can become one with the surface beneath. Finding it hard to tell where you start and the surface begins as they become one of the same. And this beautiful merging of realities. So let go. 5, fading away down to 4. 4, letting go even more as you continue to explore feelings, power, energy. The ability of your mind to take you deeper inside, to alter internal thoughts and beliefs. Fade away from 4 down to 3. Melting and expanding, take your awareness beyond this world. Can you expand further if you allow yourself to? Can you expand and take in and feel a part of your whole entire building? Can you feel that expansion to feel a part of the whole entire city? Go ahead. Connect. Connect with things that are far beyond you, that are connected to you. Awareness of expansion continues as you fade away down to 2. And you allow yourself to let go. Now, as you do, letting go even more, fading away, drifting, dreaming, Today is the day of finding this core energy inside of you. Let go down to 1, taking you away at 0, deeper and deeper, deep sleep. Let go. And as you allow yourself to let go, I want you to go down and imagine that we're taking an elevator 20 floors down to the inner foundation of you. We're going to visit your inner child. We're going to visit the part of you that trusted that everything was okay. The part of you that you weren't sure about the future, but it didn't really matter because you lived in the moment, you lived in the today. The aspect of you that believed that it was okay not to know everything because you were someone that was learning and growing and evolving. The part of you that believed that with the right focus and energy, you could learn the things that you didn't know. You could achieve or go or explore the places that were in your dreams. The part of you that knew that if the willpower inside of you was strong enough, that you would find a way. People, parents, siblings, whatever the case, could tell you no when you said that you would find a way. Even if it meant sneaking out the window in the middle of the night, there was always a solution if you allowed your mind to try on the different possibilities. As you access that creative, infinite part of you. It's where I want us to go back to. Because in this state of uncertainty, in this state of shifting and change, where can you find that you are okay and you can navigate from that space once again of possibility, of excitement, of belief inside of yourself, of this knowing that was unshakable, of this trust that even if you showed up in a class that you knew nothing about, you knew you were there to learn, and with a little focus, even if you had to ask for extra help from the teacher or tutor or your parents or whomever, you knew that you could learn. You knew that it was possible to do something else. And with this ability, I want you to travel to that space. Imagining an elevator 20 floors up, going 20 floors down to the center of you, this part of you that still remains. We just cover it up. We do. We get caught into this ego part of our mind that says, oh, we should know, or we should already do. Or people that are my age or around me, they already know this stuff. I can't pretend that I don't know, or it's too hard to start somewhere new. It's just illusions. It's false judgments. Really, every expert was once a beginner. Everybody has to start somewhere. And it's okay. There's something really fun about learning, about growing. There's something fun about allowing yourself to figure things out, about growth and achievement. That's why we like to check off our to-do list. We like to feel accomplished, like we advanced in a level in our day, in our routine. In our to-do list, we check off those boxes and we realize, you know what, I did things, I learned, I grew, or I made movements forward. But we can do that for your larger life at hand too. For the shifts that you're longing to take, to realize that whatever and whoever you are today is just a combination of your past, of the behaviors and the programs that you installed into you before. But anything can change. Everything can change. Whatever you want, you have the ability to reinvent yourself. That's right. So with that being said, get in that elevator. We're here to remind you of your power, to remind you that life It's just a game. And when we adapt that childlike wonder and awe, we see the game of life. We see our role that we play. And just like any game, we realize that we have the potential and the ability to continue to level up, to learn, to grow, to get to those next levels, to achieve what it is that we want. And with any game, we can figure out the rules. And the more that we figure out the rules, the more that we can figure out how to maneuver within them. Some of you might feel that you, at times, feel powerless to the system. But how do you allow yourself to jump in it, to learn it, and then realize that you can create your own system? That's right. So as you get into this elevator, the doors close. I want you to hit the button that says Inner Child, 20 floors down. And feel yourself as the elevator starts to move, going deeper and deeper down with every floor, reminding you. Shedding away those illusions, shedding away any victim mentality, shedding away any feelings of powerlessness, shedding away any feelings of loss and discouragement, shedding that all away as you travel down. All the way down. And when the elevator stops, take a moment and feel this energy shifted. Even the energy inside of this elevator before the doors open, it just feels different. You realize that in this space and in this energy, life isn't that serious, is it? It feels good. It feels a new energy. It feels, a lightness in the air. Can you feel it? A joyful energy, an opportunities, an expansion, a positivity, a resilience. Yeah, it's interesting. There's resilience here. There's determination here. There's life force here. Can you feel that energy? I invite you to bring that all in. Make sure you go to a time all the way down. If you don't feel it yet, maybe take yourself down a little bit deeper into an earlier state of childhood, whatever is needed for you. So you feel that energy of opportunity. You feel that energy of simplicity. You feel that energy of excitement. You feel that energy of play, of life being a game. Take yourself there, and when you're there, let's just wait for everybody else to get there. And bask in that energy. Allow yourself to feel that. The drive, the willpower, the not taking things so seriously. The fun, the joy, the adventure, the infinite possibility. Feel it. Take yourself there. Bask in it until we all get there. It's there. I guarantee it is. We all had those times in our life, otherwise we wouldn't be here right now. The perseverance, the drive, the energy, the determination, the joy, the expansion. It's there. Let it be. So taking yourself to that space and allowing the doors to open, now it's time to walk out. There's just something interesting about this space. This is you. This is a true you. without all of those illusion and delusions and rules and regulations that you felt that you needed to live by the things that you called upon yourself, by the things that you told yourself were true about yourself that you could or couldn't do, your abilities. Before you created a story about your life, here it is, the story was shaping for you, by you, in this space and time. We all have stories. We all worry maybe a little bit too much about what other people think or feel. And even at that time and even at the space in life, you might have felt that a little bit, but it magnified over time, didn't it? You still believed in possibility here. You allowed yourself to know that even if something bad happened, you could pick yourself up. That if you were determined enough, you'd figure out a way. It's like riding a bike and taking the training wheels off. You knew that if you just did it enough times, you could figure out how to balance. And even if you fell over a few times and scraped your knee, you got right back up because you said, I can learn how to do this. I'll just try again. And again until you did. And let's take in that energy. Let's take in that energy of that I can do this for whatever it is that you're looking to manifest. And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or says, and most importantly, it doesn't matter the story that you created about you. Who you are, what you're capable of, what you do, how you show up in the world, the story of your identity that you've held on to. Can we pop that? Can we pop that illusion? And can you remind yourself that you're far more than what you do for a living? You're far more than the experiences you go through. You're far more than what you currently know or learned. You're far more than any of that. You're far more than your relationship. You're far more than your family. You're far more than any of those limitations in the story that you've attached yourself to. Can you remind yourself of this energy that you're everything beyond that too? Detach. Let go of that. I'm this way, or this is how I am, or this is what I do for a living, or this is how the world is. Pop it. Pop that balloon of illusion, of limitations, of border, and allow that air to flow free. Allow the essence of you to feel that expansion. You're not limited. Pop. Let yourself feel. The story that you told yourself, the story that you lived. I get it. I do. We all get attached to the attachment of what we call our identity. What we call the identity of the world that we live. We get attached. This is the way things are. This is the way I've learned them to be. This is who I am. This is how I show up. This is my reality. And for some of you, you might love your reality. I get it. And some of you might not like it. But even whether you like it or you don't like it, especially for those that do like it, imagine if there's something better. Imagine if there's a different reality you could create for yourself. Imagine if you could love more, laugh more, enjoy more, have more, do more, experience more, embrace more, grow more. What if there was a world and an experience and a life waiting for you that was beyond your wildest imagination because it's something that you haven't experienced yet, so you have no compass or association to it yet. Which kind of reminds me of a client that I once had. And even though it's a silly example, we're going to run with it. You see, this client, they never had eaten Thai food before. And they worked across the street from this little Thai place. And one day they decided to try it out. And they went there. And they ordered pad Thai because the server said it's probably the most popular dish that people get. And they ate that dish. And they were so impressed. They had never tasted something so good. It became their new favorite restaurant. And so once a week for lunch, they would go over there and they would order the pad Thai, making it a new routine, something that they didn't know before, and they thought this was the best. They even claimed it to their friends that this was the best Thai place. So delicious, they couldn't believe that they lived years without experiencing Thai food. They brought a friend one day for lunch. Now this friend had eaten Thai food quite often, frequently. Went to many different restaurants and had Thai all the time, was excited to try this new place that their friend had recommended as the best Thai food, and they sat down. And that client of mine couldn't wait for their friend to try it out. And when their dishes came, the client's friend tried the first bite and looked at my client and said, "Do you really think this is good Thai food?" And my client had said, "You know what? This is the only place I've ever been. Yeah, I think it's great. I come here every week." And their friend looked at them and said, "Wow, you got to go out there and live a little bit more. We're going to go and have you experience some other Thai places. This is bad, mediocre at best." Now my client just didn't know because they didn't have the experience. They hadn't experienced anything other. So they had no basis that there could be something better. Sound familiar for maybe your own life? Not knowing what else is out there? Not knowing what else could be even better because you haven't experienced it yet. You haven't given yourself the opportunity to try and go and see and explore. Could there be better? Could there be something beyond what you're familiar with right now? Your comfort zone. So that friend took that client to a new Thai place the following week. One of their favorites. And the client, so they had a comparison, ordered the pad Thai so they knew they could compare. And when that food dish came out, they took their first bite. Oh my God, they were so amazed. They were like, "Wow, this is delicious. I can't believe I thought that old place was good. I can't ever go back there. This is so much better. Oh my God, the flavors, the taste, the texture, everything." Think about it. What if there's a better Thai place waiting for you, for whatever that metaphor is for you? What if there's so much more to life if you give yourself permission to not continue to live within your story of your limitations? What if there was a new opportunity that you could love a new career even better? That you could allow yourself to love the new experiences in life better than your old? That you could create a new world for yourself where you learn, you grow, you feel, and you expand. And this ever-changing reality that we're in. Could you imagine just for a moment that there's something better waiting for you? When you realize the possibilities are endless. And in this time and in this place and in this experience right now, you get to Create a new you. And I want you to bring in this energy of this younger version of you that didn't have everything all figured out, didn't know who they were, weren't yet, gave their self the ability to stumble and fall and pick their self back up, knew that they could learn and grow, didn't care if they didn't understand anything. Life was about growing. School was there to teach. Classes were there to learn. They didn't feel stupid if they didn't know, because that was the purpose of going through things, as it still is today, even in your adult world. Remembering that. You're the only you to compare yourself to. What is it that is your curiosity? It doesn't matter if you feel that you're starting at the beginning of whatever it is that you want to achieve, learn, or do. You're there to learn. You're here in this world to learn. Life is this game that we're playing, that we're learning different things as we go. In fact, every day is this opportunity to shift, to learn, to grow, to advance, to expand, to learn something new, to become even a better version of ourselves, to try a new Thai place and know that it is good and better. For that analogy for you. There's more to experience, and when you give yourself that ability to say, is there more? Is there more? Can there be better? What is better than this? And when you keep on living from that space of empowerment and trust, of knowing, of courage, of allowing yourself to step out of the norm and say, there's a whole new world to explore. There's a new you to become. Without limitations and borders and all of that. Let's erase that story. Can we erase the story of what you lived by, of who you've claimed yourself to be? And can we give you the ability to write your story in a new light, from a new perspective, one of which you are completely free? Let go as you do. And the more that you let go and the more that you allow yourself to feel that, take this all in. And then take all of this into the deepest part of you. Grab a hold of this youthful energy. Grab a hold of this adventure. Grab a hold of opportunity, expansion, possibility, and trust. And in a few moments, I'm going to be waking you up out of hypnosis. Before I do, zero going even deeper. So each night, regardless of the night and regardless of the experiences that you have, when you decide that it's the right time to fall asleep at night, you're going to fall asleep deeply and quickly and sleep well through the night. And in those early morning dreams, what are known as venting or releasing dreams, you're going to vent out any remaining blocks or resistance, any tension or stress. Vent it all out and let it go. So you can wake up each and every morning feeling refreshed and rejuvenated and ready for another day. Ready to enjoy your life. Ready to say, what do I get to learn, do, and experience today? How can life get any better than this? And allow that energy to continue to pull you into a better and better existence every day. Let go. So as I count up from 0 up to 5, on or before 5, opening your eyes completely unsuggestible and wide awake, 0 deeper. At 1, closing the door to the unconscious mind, making sure all the suggestions are locked in and effective. And at 2, becoming aware of your body. Because at 3, a total sense of positivity floods through every cell. 4, becoming aware of the room around you. And 5, eyes opening, wide awake, bringing that energy back into the present day. That's right. Slowly becoming aware of your hands, your feet. Move a little bit. Allow yourself to feel yourself for a second. I want to thank you for joining Please know that all of our meditations are available live stream. We're adding new ones all the time. Some really great ones out there to help you along your way, to either just recenter you in a crazy day or to push you forward in whatever you're achieving in life. We're here for you. Also, all of our practitioners are available for remote sessions. And, you know, we're going to get through all of this. And I promise if we collectively focus on making the best out of this and creating a new world, we can even allow ourselves to come out of this way better. Thank you so much. Stay positive. Bring that energy in. Till next time.